I want to go into this Bryan Kohberger thing. So the defense for him is basically kind of um, putting up a lot of fights. But one of the things that they want is for the judge to move the trial date. It is set for October 2nd. Now, look, there's a lot of problems that the state is presenting, and I'll go into those too. But why do they want the trial to be moved? Well, there's about 51 terabytes of data. 51 terabytes. Evidence, DNA evidence, computer data, whatever. 51 terabytes. That's a lot of data. So the defense is trying to say, hey, look, we need more time to look at this, to go through the evidence, to do more discovery, and we want it. And the state is basically kind of telling them, look, man, we've already given you what we have. We've done everything we needed to. It's on you now. They're wanting this case to go like this because all they want is to get a prosecution on their record of, let's just say that he did it. I think he did it. I know he did it. I know a lot of people are saying, no, he didn't do it. How do you know? Look, if he did or didn't do it, doesn't matter. They just want a prosecution under their belt of, hey, someone killed 4 students. It was tragic. We want a win. That's what the prosecution wants. Now, another reason they want it moved is because, look, I mean, the jury selection is supposed to take 1 or 2 weeks out of the 6 weeks. I don't really think that's enough time to then do a trial effectively. And so I think the defense is worried, as any defense should be, that, look, we don't have enough time to fully defend our client, and that's exactly what we want. Now, Bryan Kohberger, I think, is on the side of his opponents here, opposition, the prosecution, because he wants his constitutional right, even though he shouldn't have any rights, of a fair and speedy trial. Now, why does he want a fair and speedy trial? Well, that is because he thinks, look, I'm confident that I didn't do it. I'm confident I'm gonna win. So I want it to be done. I want my jurors, my jury of my peers, to find me not guilty, and that's it. I don't think that that's gonna happen, right? And so, look, there's usually you don't see a client and an attorney disagreeing here, the defense attorney, but I think that his attorneys are going to say, look, hey, look, Bryan, Mr. Kohberger, you're going to need to make this a longer trial or give us longer because we need to review the evidence to make sure that you're not found guilty. So that's one thing. Now, another thing that they're worried about is, okay, well, we need to move it out of Latah County, maybe somewhere in Boise, Idaho or something. I don't remember the county there, because there's 40,000 people in Latah County, 25,000 just in Moscow, Idaho alone, most of them college students. So for 25,000 people, about 15,000 more people throughout the rest of the entire county. So you're relying on people who could have been in the university, people who could have heard this case all over their news channels. That's probably not going to be fair to him. I don't care, right? But that's just showing my bias. I get it. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at that, but I don't care. I'm controversial. I really don't care. And I don't know that he's going to get a not guilty verdict. He pleaded not guilty. Doesn't mean that he isn't. Now, another thing that the defense is wanting is to strike the death penalty, because if he's convicted, the prosecution is trying to go for death penalty. The prosecution is. So the defense is going to try and say, no, we don't want that. But I honestly don't think they're going to get away with it. And who knows if the judge, John Judge, crazy that is his name, is going to accept that motion. Now, the judge is refusing to move the trial, and most likely refusing to move the trial out of Latah County. Look, this might be unfair to the defense, very fair to the prosecution. We can tell how this judge might be leaning, in a way. Uh, Now he isn't on the side of the gag order removal for the families to speak out. I think it's wrong, but I can also see why he's doing it. You know, but on these few things that the defense is wanting, I think they're losing on most of them, and we'll have to see how it affects Bryan Kohberger. But I don't think it's gonna bode very well for him.